Hi there, well I'm back with this lovely 8cc Taplin twin. Now I really like this engine, and this is an engine that was sent to me by one of my YouTube subscribers. A really kind gesture for which I'm very grateful, because like I said, I really like this engine. Now a couple of weeks ago I ran it and it ran sweet, but there were a couple of issues with the contrapiston sticking and a lot of dirty oil came out of it. I think some thick oil had been put in for storage, and as the engine started up that all started to come out and made quite a mess. But I've done some work on this. I've made a new lever for the throttle, a prop nut and stuff like that, so we'll have a quick closer look and then we'll get this in the test stand and see how it runs. Okay, well the first thing you can see is I've mounted it on some aluminium plates, and these screw onto a great big lump of wood which I've carved out the bottom of, and that will make a really good sound mounting. The exhaust manifold here, you can just see through there, perhaps I've put on a couple of gaskets to hopefully seal that. I know it won't be perfect and oil will still come out around the manifold, I'm sure, but hopefully it'll direct a lot of the oil away through this hose. I might even put a bit of a tube on there. Now I've made a new throttle lever, and I tried to age this with some vinegar and salt and that, but it's got a little bit patchy, but that works really nice. And I don't know whether you can see that just closing off the Venturi. The original, or the one that was on it, wasn't the original, and so I thought it'd be nice to make another one. And I made one in balsa just as a test to see what size it needed to be, and then made it in this brass. Now I've also had a prop nut made. I got a friend to turn me a prop nut as the original. The thread on this is a 1/4 BSF, so British Standard Fine, and I've got the nut, and it's got a little bit of a spigot there, I suppose, spigot, and that will allow slightly thicker props to go on it, because a lot of the wooden props I've got, and even the bigger props, have quite a thick hub, so that will just make it a little bit more secure. So I'm ready to go and get this fired up now. I'm dead excited to run this engine again. Well, I've got this lovely 8cc Taplin twin back in the test stand, and I'm dead excited to see how it goes with these changes I've made. So I'm going to be running it on this 13x5 Zinger prop, which I've used on the first run, and I've got this Model Technics D2000 diesel fuel. So I'm going to get the tank filled up, see how it runs. Right, got the tank full, and just draw the fuel through. There we go, and we'll give a little bit of a squirt into the Venturi, just to a little bit of encouragement. So, oh, it's keen. Just move the bottle actually off the floor there. Right. Well, that ran lovely, but I just want to get this tick over a little bit lower, so I've stopped it so I can adjust the screw on that and just reduce it a little bit. See what that's like. So let's get this thing fired back up. You can see the oil that's coming out this time is actually lovely and clean, which is really nice. Okay, just turn the fuel off. I want to adjust this screw again, see how low we can get this throttle. And I'm getting sprayed in oil being stood by the pipe there, but all worth it. Where's my glove? Can't. It doesn't seem to as if it's going to kick back, but if it does, it won't be pleasant. Right, fuel on this time. Is the throttle open? No, let's open the throttle. Increase the compression a little bit. This front contra piston is still a little bit sticky and hot. Look at that, lovely. Excellent, so much fun. Right, I'm quite keen to get this in a model, and I thought I'd bring a little bit of tubing, and it's just a boom off helicopter, lightweight aluminium tubing, and I thought I would slip this into the pipe here and see what it's like with that. See if it makes any difference at all. See if it's negative or positive. It's just, I do want to get this in a model, and it'd be nice to have a tube like this, something to take a lot of the oil away from the engine. I know we're getting a little bit out still from under the manifold, but we can always have a go at putting a gasket on that. And at the end of the day, if we get a little bit out, that's fine, but if we can direct some of it away, all the better. So let's increase the compression and we'll start this up. Actually, I think I might just give this a few minutes just to cool down, because it's still quite hot, and yeah, I think it'll benefit from that. Right, let's see if we can get this fired up again. So a bit on the compression and draw the fuel through. Just check. There we go. I don't know whether we need a prime or not. Yeah, let's just give it a little bit of a squirt in the Venturi. There we go. Well, that made very little difference. Well, what can I say? This engine is absolutely gorgeous. It runs as sweet as a nut, and most of the time on full throttle this has been just under 8,000 RPM. We have been up to 8,000, but it was happier at around 7,700, something like that. This front contra piston is still sticking just a little bit, but if you back it off and leave it, it does creep up, and I think it just needs a little bit of use. I'm certainly not going to be taking this apart to try and free it off. I think if I get this in a model, it'll free itself off sure enough. I mean, and the tick over, what, 2,300 RPM, something like that, was just beautiful. And this pipe didn't seem to make any difference at all. So I can't wait to get this in a model, and I'll certainly have some kind of exhaust like this to get a lot of the oil away. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed seeing the rerun of this 8cc Taplin twin. Now we've made just a few changes, and doesn't it look sweet with this wooden prop and that lovely prop nut on the front? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching.